Mango Math presents Let's Make a Deal, a pre-algebra game. Let's Make a Deal is a pre-algebra game that has students finding a percent of a quantity as a rate per 100 and solving problems involving the whole given a part and the percent. The supplies that are provided in the pouch along with your information sheet and guide will be the board that has the spinners on it, and there'll also be 4 game boards in which the students will write down the results. There'll be a transparent spinner, a dry erase marker, and a eraser. Students will start by laying out the board that has the spinners on it, along with the transparent spinner, and they will each have their own game board. And some of the game boards will say total savings, and some will say total profit. So some is what the discount you get, and some is what the markup is on the item. So how much the company has marked up the item for profit. So the students will start, and they'll start by spinning the spinner, and they'll get an item. In this case, it was a dirt bike that's $5,090. So from there, they will then spin the spinner with the percent discount, and they can get 5% off. So they will then figure out what 5% of that total amount is. There is a chart on the board on the sheet that has information on it that tells you some strategies on figuring out percentages rather quickly. So figuring out 5%, you think of 10% and cutting it in half. So 10% is just figuring out a move of the decimal point over one space. And then from there, you'd have $509. And then you think, what is half of 509? So then they'll write that amount in. They will continue doing that items until they have all the items on their board. And then that last item, they can get $11,990 for a little mini car. They get 15% off. That gives them $1,798.50 off. And then they're going to figure out their total savings. So their total savings with all the items that they purchased is $9,308.94. So the other players will be doing the same thing. They will get their deals going and come up with what their profit is and come up with that last amount for profit. And they'll come up with what is their total profit. They've got $10,282.59. So they actually won by having the best deals or having made the most money or saved the most money. That's what we're trying to determine. So in this case, 10,000 was more than 9,000, so this person won that game. So it really is a game of just getting kids to understand percents off rather quickly. If you've known anybody that's gone and done tips, this helps out tremendously, or if they're shopping and they're looking to see how much of a bargain they get, this gives them an idea of how to do that quickly in their heads. Some guided questions to promote critical thinking. Was it necessary to spend the highest price to get the best deal? Why or why not? So I'm looking at, can you get the best deal by getting a percent off the highest price then off it? Let's say you had the highest item on there, 11,000, and you got 5% off. Is that as good a discount as some lesser item for 20% off? So having them think about those type of things. What is the difference between getting a deal and making a profit? And what is the best and worst deal that could be achieved? What was the average deal available? So having them go figure out averages and then having them go through every possibility of deal that they could get and what would be the worst deal they could get and what's the best deal that they can get.